Hi, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Lila.
And today we're going to be asking 7th grade staff to pass the camera.
I'm here with Mr. Hall. Who are you passing the camera to?
I am going to pass this microphone to a person who is always coordinated from head to toe with a matching hat, shoes, shirt, shorts at all times, no matter what they're wearing.
I'm here with Mr. Trez. Who are you passing the camera to?
I am passing it to a school favorite who is a Swiftie at heart.
I'm here with Miss Rosick. Who are you passing the camera to?
I'm passing the camera to someone who's really bad at Mario Kart.
I'm here with Miss Carlton. Who are you passing the camera to?
I'm passing the camera to someone who has the best pair of orange pants I've ever seen in my life.
That was your Pass the Camera segment.
Back to the anchors.
Many gardens are being slowly taken out, but that's certainly not the case for BMMS's Courtyard and Gardening Club, available to all students.
The BMMS Courtyard is being transformed from overgrown weeds and broken objects to a safe space for students to eat, and the Garden Club to plant plants and vegetables.
The Garden Club was established in the summer of 2023 by Mr. Pearl, who had the main idea and saw the courtyard as a golden opportunity that's wasted for all these years.
The transformation of the courtyard has been a long and lengthy process, 2.5 years in the making. First, they had to get all of the old concrete planters and wheelbarrows out of there. Next, they had to get a donation from Grace's Church and Uncle John's plant farm. Together, they donated over 75 plants to be planted in the courtyard. Once they secured the donation, they had to till all the soil to make sure that the plants could be planted properly. Then they turned their attention to the vegetable garden, where they made the vegetables so that Miss Botsman's family living skills class could use them. This year they continue to promote their perennial flower gardens. However, they have built and raised new garden beds for their vegetables. How do you feel about how the Garden Club transformed the courtyard this year?
I think it's really cool because the gardens looks really nice, and then this pond right here, and Mr. Carbone can watch the garden.
I like the fish.
I like the plants.
Students can apply to the Garden Club, but Mr. Pearl periodically sends out an email to the student body, and if you would like to attend the Garden Club, you have to meet in his room after school on Thursdays.
This week for your staff spotlight, we're interviewing Ms. Hamilton. When did you start teaching?
Like 1920.
Why did you start teaching?
I had some extra fairy dust that I needed to get rid of, and so I figured that I would just sprinkle some of that around.
What subject do you teach?
I teach underwater basket weaving. It's very, very peaceful.
How many kids do you have?
800.
Do you have any pets?
I do. I have one kangaroo named Skippy.
Back to the anchors.
My name is Chase.
My name is Mo.
And we're about to 1v1.
Good morning. Today we're here with Mr. Andrews. To start, what was your favorite subject in school as a kid?
My favorite subject was actually not math. It was spelling, and I love spelling. I was in a spelling bee competition, went pretty far, but didn't make it to the end, so definitely spelling.
How long have you been a teacher?
I've been a teacher, this is my 28th year.
That's long. So why did you become a teacher?
I became a teacher. I think many teachers become a teacher because they want to help others to be a better person in the end. So definitely to help others, and not just help children, but help all people.
Oh, nice. What is one of the most memorable moments in your class?
To be honest with you, it was a moment that probably it wasn't the best moment, but it was a funny moment. And I was in the building at Old Ford Middle School, and we had I was out of the classroom for some instructional thing that was going on. But I made a visit back to my classroom to see how things were going with a sub. And when I walked in the room, I saw one of my students down on the floor walking like a dog and barking like a dog at the substitute. That was the most memorable, funny moment, as I say, in my career.
Oh, that's strange. Thank you.
Now back to the anchors.
I know what you've been doing with the apples.
Looks good to me.
Those apples are a bomb.
I know they're a bomb. I had 5 of these today, man. It's good.
No, I mean they are a bomb, Micah.
They're the bomb. I literally just said they're the bomb. They're really good.
No, they're gonna explode.
They explode with flavor because these are good. Wow, you're over here doing that. I'm about to eat this apple. Bro, what the heck, bro? These are so good. See, I'm about to. No, they aren't, bro. Try one for yourself.
Ryan, and today we're going to go and ask the school what they think we can improve on. Who am I here with?
Nathan.
And what do you think the school can improve on?
The bathrooms.
What do you think that they can do to improve the bathrooms?
Stop these knuckleheads from vandalizing the bathroom.
Who are we here with?
Grant.
What do you think our school can improve on?
Skippers.
Now, what do you think our school can do to improve on this?
I low-key think we could get better hall monitors and not let the kids skip it.
What do you think our school can improve on?
The water fountains.
Now, how do you think our school can improve on the water fountains?
A lot of them don't work, and they don't taste good at all.
Some kids in the school have been saying like the bathrooms, hallways need improvement and like something could change. What do you think could change about this school and why?
I think one of the things that could change is the headphones in the classroom, especially during like in direct instruction. Like if I'm talking to a student or a group of students and they're listening to music, I don't think they could fully be listening to what I'm saying. However, if they're doing individual work, that's different, at least in my class. So.
We went around and asked a couple students what they think the school can improve on, and some of them said the bathroom and the school lunch and the condition of the hallways. Now, as a teacher, do you think you could agree with any of these?
A couple, yeah, I think could probably stand, to be improved a little bit. I think it's important to think about what we as teachers or you guys as kids, like what we can actually fix versus what we can't. The school lunch, we don't have much choice on what they're going to serve us, but there's definitely, as far as the hallways, the bathrooms, I think there's a part that you guys play in that staff play in that would be something that we could actually work to improve. So
now,
that's answering you, but yeah.
Another student said students cutting and skipping class. Do you have any problems with that?
No, not that I know of, like a lot. I think kids who cut class, I think it's for a couple reasons, right? Maybe there's an issue with the teacher. You don't want to go to their class specifically. Maybe it's something with the content. I notice it more in our 8th graders, like during Flex and Atlas and those times where kids think that it's not as important, like as math class or whatever. But I think that the amount of kids that are cutting class, I've been in the building for 5 years now, is definitely going down. Like it's been improving since I've been here.
As a teacher, why do you think these need improvement, and what do you think you can do upon what we said?
Out of the things that you guys mentioned, right, why I think they would need improvement is because you guys more than us, right? You guys spend more time in the hallways. You guys spend more time in the bathrooms. You guys, so if the hallway traffic is nutty and crazy and congested, then that impacts you guys, right? Like, you can't say nutty, I meant crazy. If it's crowded in there, that's a you guys problem much more than a us guys teacher problem. So I think, couple those things, the bathrooms, the hallways, those affect you guys, way more than they affect us. Obviously, we have to, bark about being in the hallways and write the tardy referrals and all of that, but I'm not late to my class because middle school kiddos can't walk in the hallway. You know what I mean? That's a you guys impact.
Back to the anchors.
Hi, I'm Frutha. And I'm Evelyn, and today we will be seeing how well people can spin and jump into a circle.
Hi guys, I'm Lauren.
It's been fast.
Oh my God. Guys, I can't count. I lost count. Okay, guys, I'm getting really dizzy. Whoa, guys.
Hi, I'm Chastity.
Hi BMMS. This story will feature the 5th grade wing.
Grade classrooms were part of the Middlebrook Education Center in 1959. There are 15 classrooms, 1 cafe, 2 bathrooms, and a basketball court in the parking lot.
5th graders have their whole day except for specials in the 5th grade wing, with classrooms, the cafeteria, and bathrooms all in the wing.
The 5th grade wing is north of the 6th to 8th grade cafeteria.
Currently, Mrs. Medved's room has relocated to 162 near Mrs. Ruggeria's. You can go there by the connector or walking around to the 5th grade entrance.
What I like about in the 5th grade wing is most of the time it's quiet. There's no classes moving through here. That's all.
Do you guys like having your own wing separate from the school?
Yeah.
Yep.
That is all about the 5th grade wing. Back to the anchors.
How many classrooms do you think is in the whole school? Classes do you think is in the whole school?
Say about 300 to 500.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many classrooms do you think is in the whole school?
829.
Did you know our school is one of the only schools in the U.S. with a planetarium?
If you go down to our library and you walk down a bit more, right down here is our planetarium.
Our planetarium was built in the early 60s, and less than 1% of schools in the U.S. include a planetarium. If you were to ever come down to the planetarium, Mr. Kushlak, who runs it, would teach you about the stars and different constellations.
What is your favorite constellation?
Well, not really a constellation, but a kind of a series of constellations. The North Star, Polaris, is really cool. And the Navajo, I don't know if you know this, they called it the Central Fire. because in their hogans, which was their huts that had an opening on the top, the fire was in the middle, and they gathered around the fire. And to them, the Big Dipper, they didn't call it the Big Bear like we do, they called it the Great Father. And Cassiopeia, which is on the other side of the North Star, they called that the Great Mother. And they said the Great Father and the Great Mother sat by the central fire watching over the night sky. And I always thought that was super beautiful because in the hogans, the Navajo people would gather together to make all important decisions and to just share in fellowship. And so when I look up at the North Star, I think about the central fire and the beautifulness of gathering together with family and friends. So that's probably my favorite.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
If you're still curious, you can ask your teacher to come down to the planetarium and learn more.
Today we're going to be seeing who's the fastest kid in school. For our first contestant we have
Haroon.
Our second contestant we have
Right.
And the winner of these two contestants will be racing our final boss, Oscar Kaiser. And racers start in 3, 2, 1, go! And they're off! Haroon has an early lead. Haroon is improving on his lead. Ryan trying to get back in the race. He's going, he's going, he's going! And the winner of this race is Haroon! Thank you, Ryan, for participating.
Heads up.
And for the second round, we have
Oscar
versus Haroon. Let's hope we have a good race today. And the racers are off in 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, I think Haroon might have won that. Let's go back in the replay center. After a review of that race, it has been determined that Haroon pushed Oscar in the final seconds, and the race will be redone after a brief break. The racers will be off in 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, Oscar Kaiser taking a lead. Haroon trying to get back in this race. It appears that he might be able to get back in the race. In the final turn, Haroon exerting himself. They're neck and neck. Haroon gave up. And the winner of this race is Oscar.
Do you enjoy creating fun videos and crafty projects?
Here in our school, there's a class where you can do all this exciting stuff, and it's called Makerspace.
Makerspace is a class that 7th and 8th graders are able to take.
Mrs. Ottinger is a teacher, and we will be taking a look inside of this class.
Currently, the students in this class are working on a stop-motion project.
These students work on many projects in their class, and these projects will help them show their creativity.
This stop-motion project was created and took about a week. The name of the project is The Secret Life of Lilith.
So this is our project, and it's called The Secret Life of Lilith. The moral of the story is, this is the robber dog that kills the cat and the dog. The dog's name is Big Izzy. The cat's name is Lilith. And the dog tries to kill them.
They take pictures of their projects and insert them into a portfolio that has all their projects in it.
That's it about the 7th grade Makerspace class. If you're an upcoming 7th or 8th grader, hopefully this piques your interest.
Today we're interviewing some of Mr. Peters' students
about their favorite Christmas song.
Hi, what's your name?
Kendra.
That's a really pretty name. What's your favorite Christmas song?
Jingle Bells.
Good pick. Here today?
Ben.
What is your favorite Christmas carol?
Jingle Bells.
Who am I here with today?
Dylan.
And what's your favorite Christmas song?
Probably Jingle Bells.
That's great, thank you.
Hi, what's your name?
Zoe.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
Jingle bells.
Good pick. Who am I here with today?
What was the question?
Who am I here with today?
Oh, I'm Mr. Petrus.
What is your favorite Christmas song?
Oh, Holy Night.
Good pick.
All right, I know.
That's what their favorite Christmas song is.
Now, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Back to the Anchors.
Hi, my name's Lucas and I'll be interviewing Miss Scott.
Hi.
What made you first start biking?
Well, most of my family rides Harleys, so it was kind of in my blood, but I didn't officially start until I was probably in my 20s, and we got a quad runner because I had a big yard and we used to do figure eights in the backyard, but that wasn't the motorcycle, but that's when it all started.
Well, when did you start?
When did I start riding two wheels?
Yeah.
I think the first bike I bought was in 2011, and that would probably be when I got on the road on two wheels.
What was your first bike that you ever bought?
The first bike I bought was a 2011 883 Iron. It's a Sportster, but it was all blacked out. It was pretty wicked.
What is your dream bike?
I don't really have a dream bike. I love old school bikes, but I like the comfort of my new bike. So I probably will never get the dream bike. I'll just look at them.
Where did you get your teaching's license?
Well, if I have to be honest, I actually took the test 4 times because I didn't pass the first 3. So don't give up, guys. Keep fighting for things that you believe in and want. I actually got it on the east side. Mrs. Meyer, one of the math teachers in 8th grade, took me. I was nervous because, like I said, it was the 4th time I was taking it, and she kept me calm and relaxed, and I went in, and finally I got it.
What is your favorite part of teaching and why?
Picking on my students who don't do good. Just kidding, like I did you. No, I'm kidding. Actually, I think my favorite part of teaching is when I get that aha moment. The kids who struggle with something and who actually work hard, and I get to work with them, and all of a sudden it clicks. That's my favorite part.
Yeah.
What inspired you to start teaching, Miss Scott?
Well, I would have to say as a little girl, I used to pretend. I used to always play classroom and be the teacher. And then I grew up and I thought, no. But the more I thought about it, I loved math and I wanted to do something in the math field. And I tried a couple jobs and they just didn't work because I like change. And being a math teacher, I get a new group of kids every year, so I get numbers and change.
What do you do after school in your free time?
Oh my goodness, in my free time, well, I don't have free time. I have 2 other jobs besides this. I work at a grocery store, and in the grocery store, I either work in the office managing the money, or I work in the bakery and manage baking. My second job after school is I work at a wedding hall, the Don & Schwaben, if any of you know it. But in my free time, my real free time, I like to go to the theater. I have 2 grandsons that I like to hang out with. And sometimes I just like to get on my motorcycle and ride, but not in the winter, of course.
Thank you for letting us interview you, Scott. Back to the Anchors.